Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Brought to you by Photography is an Art. Harvey Brandman, master photographer, located at 1307 North San Fernando Boulevard, Burbank, California. Attorney Ron Irwin's book, Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart. Author Larry Buford's book, To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. State Farm agent Carla Green and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's Actor Training School and Actor Space. Roll it, Tony.
Wasn't that fun?
Fun?
I'm the coffee girl today.
The doctor gave me 3 kidneys.
Ew!
Stop it!
I felt it.
You're out of your friggin' mind.
Hey-o!
You're an abusive arse!
All right. My first guest today is out of New York City, my home. He studied acting at Salford Community College and also studied classical music at Hofstra University. He also studied a 3-year Meisner program at the renowned William Esper Acting Studio in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome actor, producer, veteran, Ralph Guzzo. Ralph, how you doing, man?
Thank you so much, Ron. Fantastic. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to The Actor's Choice. First of all,
how were you, sir?
How was your weekend, sir?
It was good. It was good. It was actually good.
Yeah, because you're a busy guy. Did you get it all in?
I did. I stay creative even during these lockdown times and do my best and just trying to keep, stay in it, stay doing it. So.
Indeed. What attracted you to the acting business? I always ask that question. Is it the money? Is it the fame? What attracted you to the business?
No, I think, I think everyone, if they're honest, has that on their mind, am I going to get somewhere? Am I going to, you like it when you do a good performance and stuff like that. And of course there's some part of your self-esteem that's trying to get, validated and exercised through it in some ways. But I really think I was a musician before, from the time I was 12 to 20. And I found it later around 20. Shakespeare was my first stuff at Suffolk Community College. It was such a great school, they had a great department, and I kind of fell in love with the poetry. It was always stuff that I liked, and it was like mind, body, and spirit all involved, especially in Shakespeare because it's so physical. So I just kind of fell in love with the actual expression of it, that comes through the body. It was like music, but your body is the instrument,
Got you. As I said,
and yes, I was lucky enough to get cast in a couple leads, so that didn't hurt. I got lucky from the beginning. So.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about some of those leads.
That didn't last, but
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely. As I just said moments ago, you attended a 3-year Meisner training program. Can you tell our viewers first, what is Meisner, and second, why did you take the program?
Meisner, how to sum that up? For me, it's based more on listening. It's more on what the other actor is giving to you versus what you're producing. The very beginning levels of the talk, listen exercise is usually not done right, but actually you're taking it off the person. So in the beginning, the discipline is not to react until you really react, really feel it, instead of like, oh, I got my next line, or my next line is I love you, and that might come out like, some intense hateful way through the exchange that's going on. So you get right into the river that's going beneath the actors, the subtext. So it teaches you subtext right away. Then eventually you have to get more advanced with personalization, coming from the character's point of view. I think they called it, there was a name for different, if you had a limp or if you had a certain thing as well. But I think, Robert Duvall is a great example of that. He's a great listener when you watch him act. The guy's always 99% there in every scene, Diane Keaton is the same way. I think they're all Meisner trained. So I think it just attracted me a little bit more. It freed me up. I think I was already a little bit on the sensitive side. I didn't the method thing was a little like, I don't know if I can do more, you know. I wound up becoming a member of the Actors Studio, you know, funny enough. But anyways,
yes. As you know, a lot of folks don't know there are 8 different styles of being an actor. Stella Adler being one of them.
Right. Right.
Choose, because a lot of people are under misconceptions. They think, well, you know, I want to be a star. Okay, fine. And I don't have to do nothing. Well, you got to memorize. You got to do a lot of things. This job don't come that easy.
Yeah, tremendous amount of work. It's underestimated, especially if you know what you're doing, and especially if you've been trained and you care. It's a tremendous amount of work. Even the voiceovers I do now for Netflix, it's still a lot of work doing dubbing and stuff like that. You're trying to match it exactly. So.
Thank you. Now, that program definitely paid off for you. Year 1998, you did your first IMDb acting role in a movie called Lewis and Frank.
That's right. I went to school with Sam Rockwell was in the sister class. We were really great friends at the time. Great actor, and we used to pal around. We were, you know, kind of young and trying to figure it out. He was a bit more advanced in the business. He'd been in the business quite a while already. Jennifer Beals was in my class. There was really some great actors in there. And she'd introduced me to her husband, Alex Rockwell, and that's how I got the job in Lewis and Frank. And that was a great experience. He's a great director. I still see him to this day on and off when he comes out here. And he's just a kind of like a Jenna Rollins' husband, you know, the great, who am I thinking of? I don't know why my mind just went blank. Jenna Rollins, and who's the great director from New York City. Worked with, and it was gonna come back to me. He's like one of the best. Anyways, that real street New York in the moment, you know, Mikey and Nikki. Do you remember that movie? Who directed that? Oh, Cassavetes.
Yes.
Cassavetes.
John
So
Cassavetes. Okay.
Alex has that kind of Cassavetes style of just making actors comfortable. It's just brilliant. I've never seen very few directors do that. So
quickly, do you miss New York?
I do. I always do. I went back to do a play called Halcyon Days by Stephen Dietz.
Yes.
Alex Dinelaris, who wrote Birdman, directed it. And we had a great time together. We started out together doing a play called Orphans and all this stuff when we were kids. And I went back to do that play, and I was this close to moving back. If the voiceover dubbing didn't get dropped in my lap, I think that was it.
Got you.
I'd rather be here now during COVID, I think. Nothing against my love of New York and my New York friends.
Got to get them.
The energy on the street. You know how it is, Ron.
Oh yes. Give me my hot dog. Give me my this. Give me my New York.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fast forward to 2011, and you played in Eva Marie Frederick's short comedy.
That's
Shorty
right.
and Morty.
Yeah, she is so great.
Yes,
Love her.
Yes.
She is fabulous. She's a great actress, by the way. You know, she is just incredible. I did a reading with her once. We were trying to get something together, and just a sidestep, but she was so flawless and invisible in her performance. I remember thinking, wow, I'm really going to have to, be on my A game, because I couldn't see her acting. I mean, she was just so seamless in this thing we did. She's quite a talent, quite a lovely person. And but anyways, yeah, I love doing Shorty and Morty. We had a great time.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We opened up the show. You notice we showed the scene of her and Dana walking down, but she had the leg on.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I loved her. I still do. She's got a great visionary capacity. You know, she had the right idea back then of really doing your own thing. Gotcha. You know, I was still trying to, you know, make it in the business or whatever they say. And, but I think that she always had the right idea with that of do your own thing. You know, it's important that younger actors hear that too, because got to empower yourself, you know, and then you're ready when the opportunities come.
Right. A year later, you got back together with her again. This time it was called Shorty and Morty, Hollywood at Stake. This time as an actor and a co-producer. Yes. We were wild in the streets, fearless, running like wild people through Hollywood Boulevard. And I played that great character, Jared, who I love to this day. Just kind of me as I don't know what, my fantasy of me in some way of some, you know, really guy who never like leaves home and just stays in his mom's basement and plays his guitar or something like that. So, but it was, we had a great time. Yeah, we stole a lot of shots, beautiful shots in Hollywood Boulevard, and extended that show. You know, it was a really, really fun thing to do. It's so great to work with her too. She's fantastic.
And I loved helping producing. Yeah, I loved it.
Right. Speaking of Hollywood Boulevard and the scene, roll it, Tony.
People don't pay us any money. We're far better looking than any of these costume people.
This way, this way!
Two for the price of one. 20 pounds. 30 pounds.
Yeah, baby.
Cute child you've got. Really. Ugliest child I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember where I come from.
There you are. We just had it right in there. Let me see. Would you do us a favor, Tony? There's a picture. The next picture shows the cast. Can you put that one up for just a second and hold it until you for just a moment? Look at all those guys and girls. Look at that. Can you see the picture? Ralph, can you see the picture?
I cannot. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's a picture of everybody, the entire crew. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Tony. Appreciate that. By the way, Ralph, I got to let you know that year, 2012, that was a good year for you. You had 9 roles, different roles that year.
Yeah.
Busy year.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, 2014, you did a Winter Rose playing a character of Jared. Once again, you had that name out again. Jared.
Yeah. Totally different character, but same name. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a great experience. Robert Miano, and that was also really great to do. I think I played one of the forensic guys in that show, and it was an interesting piece, actually. Yeah.
Okay. The next role you played was that of, let me say this right, Sistian.
Sistian?
Sistian in a movie set released in 2021. It's a thriller movie written and directed by a new actor named Jeff Espinal.
Jeff, that is not released yet. That is not released yet. Yeah.
Hasn't been released.
Yep.
But interesting story. Very, very interesting story. Jeff, he's new. He only has, he's only a one-time writer. He's got 2 actor credits, 2 director credits, and 1 writer credit. He's new.
That's right.
Quite an interesting guy, known by a lot
we
of
got to
people.
we got to welcome the new people. I mean, they bring great things to the table, and the younger generation is what pushes it forward. And so I'm always open to working with different people and love the young directors. And they've gotten better. I think the young directors.
Yes.
They've learned from some of the mistakes I think in the past of maybe directors we might have worked with. Some were great, some weren't. But I think the young directors have a pretty good handle how to talk to actors.
Yes, because you really had some famous actors and actresses in that play, in that movie.
Yeah.
Really, really doing for young. But he's well known. They say he wears a cigar, knows all around the world, Paris, he goes there.
That's right.
Well known. Okay. You've got another biopic. You got another event currently in post-production. It's a biopic called I'm Charlie Walker.
Charlie Walker. I don't know where that is and what that's the state of that mov's at. I don't know. I'm not sure where that is. Yeah, that one I can't talk about. Yeah, sorry.
You can't talk about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that one is. Where that one's going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing a biopic. What's your feeling about biopics?
I think they're great. I mean, I take them seriously. I think they're really, really great pieces to do. You do your homework, and you just find out how you fit in there. The movie from I can't think of the name, in San Francisco, was a 1970s movie about racism and stuff like that. It was a great movie, really showing kind of what went on and the hypocrisy in San Francisco in the early 70s, And there's been a lot of great movies I've had to be involved in. And then sometimes you have to play roles that you wouldn't, play in life, or people you aren't, and as part of the storytelling too. So I think that I'm curious about the new films that come out after all this new time, new awareness, new change that's needed, new films, COVID. I mean, it's really going to be. I think it's going to change the face of art for sure.
Yes.
Yes. In a lot of ways. I'm very curious about it and excited in a way, as devastating as this time has been, being so isolated for many of us.
Right. I heard it through the grapevine that you have a current project with Dennis Hopper.
Wait, yes. Asphalt Burning. It's not Dennis Hopper, but it was a Dennis Hopper-like character. And it was, I just finished that 2 days ago, and that's a Swedish. I do a lot of dubbing for Netflix. I've done probably 7 shows for them, 7 series for them. You could see me as Detective Zapata on Toy Boy, which is currently running on Netflix. I play the older guy who's the main lead in that. But Asphalt Burning was great. It's a kind of a real fun character, and he's basically like life is a party, and if this party's not working, let's get to the next party, which is not always a disposition I am myself, but it was kind of like, hey, yeah, you know, it was really fun to do.
Gotcha.
And the director was great for that. That's all on Netflix.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I work for Netflix a lot, doing dubbing Spanish, French, and Italian into English. So it's been great.
Because as you know, biopics, the family, the studio, it's kind of a hodgepodge there. Who's going to come out the certain on top? And
that's right. That's right.
It's interesting.
That's right. It certainly is. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Sir, you are indeed a busy man. Getting work as an actor, it can sometimes be rough, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your thoughts of the new generation of actors and actresses, the new ones, the newbies.
I think they're really good. I worked with a lot of people. I'm a member of the Actor Studio as well for many, many years, and I've seen some great talent. I mean, I think people when they take it seriously, I mean, they're climbing on the backs of the other actors that have already really been there. I think they're quite savvy. The young people today, they're great with cameras. I think the only thing that's different from this generation to that generation is patience. I think it takes a while to, you don't get the character overnight, but I found a lot of the younger actors easier to move with me if I'm moving in a certain direction, especially if it's, let's say, dangerous in the sense of out of your comfort zone, rather than just staying kind of a box with the acting. Maybe you want to try something different with it. I find them really great with that, guys and gals. So I've been so grateful to so many that I work with. I've worked with a guy named John Dapolito who does a niche class, Actors Where You Going. He does a thing called Lawlessness Subsides. That was just fabulous. And you really just go with one beautiful sentence and you let it roll, man. But you live up to that sentence. And boy, I'll tell you, it pushes you right out of your zone. So there was a lot of young people in that class too. I thought that were great. I think the danger of what's going on for all generations, but the younger generation right now is just that they're so good at branding compared to me, at least, and all that kind of stuff, that sometimes they want to get to the goal and the result